Hello everyone, it's me, That Gaming Nerd John. Once again, continuing our playthrough of 13 Sentinels, Aegis, going through the Remembrance sequences, getting all of that delicious story. Continuing along, we have Keitaro Miura's plot here, progressing, and it's really interesting for Miura's story. It is going to be a new point in the timeline for those who are keeping track. Miura is a bit of a history buff, so you'll see here at the beginning he mentions having a kind of a deep interest in the time frame of World War II from the Japanese perspective, which was kind of interesting to focus on the Pacific theater, told from the perspective of someone who is a Japanese native. So definitely some some kind of controversial thoughts there, one might say, but kind of fascinating to see that perspective. Also, Miura definitely is one of those characters that focuses a lot on self-doubt, self-worth. He goes through a lot of loss throughout his story, and you can see that he has like a genuine desire to protect both his family and his country against what he perceives as invaders. And it's really kind of entertaining to see him labeling the kaiju invasion as an American invasion. I thought that was pretty fascinating to see, like that kind of historical perspective placed upon it. A number of the big characters that are going to be involved in Miura's story are of course going to be those he considers his family. So you have Chihiro Miura, his little sister, who should look familiar to those who have already seen Goto's storyline, but also a family friend, Tamawa Korabe, another character that we've been kind of introduced to in another context, and his close friend, Takatoshi Hijiyama, as I stated during my destruction sequence, one of my favorite characters. Really looking forward to getting into that story when we get there, and kind of the blossoming relationship between him and Natsuno, she of the lack of pants, as we'll find out shortly. But yeah, so I hope you enjoy. Looking forward to having a discussion afterwards, and let's get started with it.
Miura-kun? What do you need?
Do I have to need something to hear your voice?
I guess not, but we're supposed to be working. How's everything on your end?
Sector 2's construction is going pretty smoothly so far. We should be able to sustain a second colony soon. All it'll take is 4 more orbit stops. You doing okay?
Still getting used to zero-G, and trying not to puke. As for the project, we've got a few complications. Got the ethics committee breathing down our necks.
Didn't know space exploration was a matter of ethics.
No, they're all worked up about our machines. Their self-replication is what's making the board nervous. May lead to the invasion of intelligent life or something.
They're worried about a war with aliens that might not even exist. Shouldn't our ethics team be more grounded in reality?
You're one to talk. Still reading about history 24/7?
Yeah, it's fascinating stuff. I'm reading about the Pacific War right now.
200 years ago, right? When this all started?
Part of a world war involving countless powerful nations. It reshaped the way we approach technology and ideology. Like I said, fascinating stuff. If I could pick an era to be born in, I'd live around then.
Sounds like a big mess to me.
Oh, well. If you'd like, I could send over some light reading on it.
I think I'll pass. So, any idea when we can meet up again?
It'll be about 420 hours till the next time I'm off. I'll keep in touch, Natsuno.
Good. I'll be looking forward to it.
Bye.
Takatoshi-san.
A brand new schoolhouse with all its luxuries. And not a single student attending.
They need every able-bodied student at the factories.
I know, we're in a state of emergency. Just a shame that it's come to this, I suppose.
He's a year above me, but we're the same age. We grew up in the same town together. He was such a mess. Seems like he's shaped up, though. He's found a certain dignity ever since he enlisted. I heard a rumor from the Marines at the port. They say we have no ships left. That it's a hopeless war.
What's wrong, Keitaro? You resent being drafted?
No. Just, of all people, why'd they choose me?
Don't let your nerves get to you again. You'll get to fight for your country before your peers. That's an honor and a privilege. You don't have to worry anyway. One look at it, and you'll know this war is ours.
At what exactly?
I can't say too much out here, but we have a secret weapon. Our own key to victory. You'll see it in the armory soon enough.
But we're just students. Why do we have access to something so secret?
Because we've been chosen as pilot cadets for that very weapon. But keep it quiet. Maximum level security. Not even your family can know.
Understood. A secret weapon powerful enough to win the war. And out of all the potential pilots across Japan, they chose me. What can I do? Will I be any help at all?
Best of all, we can stuff our faces when we get there. So don't worry too much.
So what is this new weapon?
We've been calling it a Sentinel. A heavily armored craft that requires a pilot to operate. It'll help us gun down the enemy at our shores.
So the Americans really are coming for us.
We've been forced to abandon many of our posts overseas. At this rate, we'll have to end this on the mainland. Our homeland's future is in the hands of this Sentinel. But they're good hands. A single Sentinel rivals aircraft carriers in terms of power. No, it could outmatch an entire military on its own. Whatever they've got will keep our homeland safe. And one day, we'll take the fight to American soil. Huh? I didn't think anyone else would come here.
I'll see who it is. Tamao-san.
So this is where you've been hiding. Takatoshi-san. Goodness, look at you. Such a gentleman now.
Hey, Tamao-san. What brings you here?
I had to see Keitaro-san off. And when I heard you were back too, I had to come. I wanted to give you this. I made some ohagi for you. Maybe you and Takatoshi-san can share them.
Well, I am partial to ohagi.
The rations don't give us that much sugar. I'm afraid they won't be very sweet.
I'm sure they'll be delicious. Thank you. Is this a friend of yours?
Yes, I invited her along.
Pardon me, but have we met?
Oh, that's Kiriko-chan. She came to us from Tokyo.
It's fine. You really don't have to introduce me.
But he's asking about you, Kiriko-chan.
I'm Kiriko Doji, sirs.
I'm Takatoshi Hijiyama. Pleased to meet you. Wait, Doji? Any relation to Professor Heizo Doji?
I'm his daughter. I hope that doesn't bother you.
No, far from it. I just never imagined his daughter would be so...
I've heard about Kiriko-san's father. They say he's a remarkable teacher, though I didn't realize he was a professor.
Hey, do you and Kiriko-san know each other?
We do, yes.
So you two are friends. Just friends, right?
Professor Doji's here? If he's at the armory, that can only mean...
That's enough, Keitaro. His involvement with the new weapon is highly confidential. I mean, damn it.
Don't worry, we won't tell. You're pretty funny.
Keitaro-san, do you know where you'll be stationed?
He'll be working alongside me. The armory's not too far from here. However, it may be some time until he's back.
Tamao-san, you and the Kurabes have been nothing but kind to me. I can only give you my thanks, from the bottom of my heart. I'll have to leave my little sister with you, so please, take care of her for me.
Don't you worry about a thing, Keitaro-san. I'll take good care of Chihiro-chan.
And tell her I won't be gone for long. The second I get time off, I'll come visit.
Keitaro, it's almost time. They're expecting us. We'd better get going.
I'll be back.
Do take care, you two.
I promise. I'll be back. What was that just now? Some kind of flash. Lightning, maybe. It came from around here, I think. Tokisaka Shrine. Maybe I saw a visiting god. Not likely. So much for my first day of time off. It's already night. Chihiro's probably worried about me. Kiriko-san disappeared after that incident, and Professor Doji has gone silent ever since. It just doesn't make sense. Our new top-secret military weapon called a Sentinel. I've been selected as a cadet to pilot it. Air raids have plagued several regions for months now. At this rate, the Americans will completely destroy Japan. We have to do something. State your name. I know you're there. Freeze! Who are you? Shouldn't you be wearing pants?
Huh? Maybe wearing gym clothes wasn't the best idea.
I don't know why you're here, but it's dangerous to be out this late on your own. Allow me to escort you home.
Who are you?
My name is Keitaro Miura. I'm stationed at the armory nearby. But I'm off duty now, so I was on my way home. So, what's your name?
Natsuno. Natsuno Minami.
Which way to your place, Natsuno-san?
Good question. Kind of a complicated answer, though.
What's that sound?
What's going on?
An air raid. They're trying to bomb the factory. But that's near where the Karabes live. Stay here. It should be safe at this distance.
But what about you?
I have to go help.
Wait!
Follow him.
What? Seriously? Do I have to? Ugh. Fine, whatever. If everything goes wrong, it's totally your fault.
Chihiro!
Hot. Hey, hold on a sec.
Why did you follow me?
I don't know.
Fine, but just stay there. It's clear here, but the flames are stronger up ahead.
You're not going in, are you?
I have to. That house up ahead is where my sister's staying.
This is horrible. How could they attack civilians like this?
There's a munitions factory in Higuramocho. If they just level the entire neighborhood, they can't miss.
But that's...
This can't be happening. It's completely gone. It must have been a direct hit. Chihiro! Tamao-san! This belongs to Chihiro. Chihiro! Tamao-san! Our mother's terrible at sewing, but she made this for Chihiro. I'd never seen her struggle with anything so hard, but she did it. It's pieced together with scraps of cloth. Not the best quality. Even still, Chihiro took it with her wherever she went. Chihiro! You're safe. Where's Tamao-san?
Right here.
Keitaro-san!
Tamao-san.
It's all gone.
I know. But you're alive, and that's what matters.
We ran to the shelters as soon as we heard the sirens. But Chihiro-chan ran off alone. She said she was going back to the house.
'Cause you were coming home. And if nobody was there to see you, you'd be really sad.
Chihiro.
So they're all safe and sound, huh?
Natsuno-san.
What the?
What is that? Another American weapon?
I'm scared.
We can't stay here. Everyone, get moving!
Everything on that side of the Kaede River is on fire.
Looks like it's headed toward Kamizumi next.
Big brother.
Why are they showing up in this era? Does that belong to the Americans too?
Not that I've seen. I've never even heard of weapons like this.
How unsettling. It's almost as if they're alive.
I've always heard the US had an industrial advantage over us. That thing has to be one of their weapons. They've finally come for our homeland. And if we don't stop them... Tamao-san, please take care of Chihiro.
Big brother!
Stay with her and do as you're told. Understand? Tamao-san, can I ask you to look after Natsuno-san too?
Huh? What about you?
I'm going back to the armory. You stay with Tamao-san. She'll keep you safe. Now go. I'll show them that Japan can still fight. This is the day I've been training for. Against the Sentinel, they don't stand a chance.
You hear all that?
Natsuno.
I know. I'm on it.
Alright, so that finishes up Keitaro Miura's first chapter there, his prologue chapter for the Remembrance sequences in 13 Sentinels. Some really cool parts there. You had that little leap forward in the timeline, 2187. Pretty far down the road there from the events that we're witnessing. But definitely keep that in mind, that interaction there. Some fascinating stuff. And another thing that I kind of noticed is this really kind of further illustrates the fact that this kaiju invasion is happening all throughout this timeline, throughout every period of time, except for the 1980s so far. So something to be aware of going forward. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. We're going to continue trucking along here through each of the characters. So that would mean that we're going to be getting started with my boy, Takatoshi Hijiyama. That's going to be thrilling, especially coming off of Miori's storyline. It's going to be a really smooth transition there in terms of characters and kind of the general time frame of the plot. So looking forward to that. I hope you are as well. And if you are, make sure to slam that subscribe and like button, because that helps things and stuff, from what the internet tells me. But for now, just another hearty thank you from me to you, all you beautiful people out there on the internet. Until next time, this is That Gaming Nerd John, and as always, take it easy.